$180 is the price of this controller. On the other hand, we have this, which is the best-selling controller on AliExpress, going for around €30, and it promises to deliver the best switches and joysticks on the market, along with a cyberpunk-inspired aesthetic. The Xbox Elite Series 2 is widely regarded as the best controller on the market, and yes, at this price you could buy 5 of the others and still have money left over for a date. So what makes a controller cost 6 times more? If it sells so well, it must be true, or it is not. I realized during the tests of portable handhelds that they struggle to replicate the experience of an Xbox controller. The inputs and haptic feedback in those cases fall far behind what you get with an OG Xbox controller. That's why I bought both of them, to compare and see if this is a common issue or if they just should try it harder, starting with the most obvious thing when unboxing them: the build quality. The Machine's design is a copy of the Xbox controller, made entirely of plastic. However, it surprises with some interesting details, like textured grips on the back and triggers that improve handling and feel. It also features cyberpunk-style lighting that's not just aesthetic, it also shows the battery level and the intensity of the haptic feedback. In comparison, the Elite Series 2 takes a big leap in quality. Its rubber texture and metallic parts give it a weight and feel in hand that leaves no doubt about its premium nature. It even includes a case with a built-in USB-C port for charging inside the case. Plus, you can customize every element when ordering from their website. Moving on to the main buttons, there's an interesting contrast here. The G5's XABY buttons use mouse switches, giving them a very clicky feel. They provide immediate feedback when pressed, but the noise can become annoying. It's a very different sensation from a traditional button, which gave me a love-hate relationship with them. That said, considering current trends, most people will likely prefer these mechanical switches. On the other hand, the Elite's buttons are an evolution of the original Xbox controller membrane design. They lack the mechanical click of the Machinic, but their travel distance has been shortened to make them quicker and more precise. In this aspect, choosing between the two of them is very subjective. I personally lean towards the mouse switches, as they better communicate when you're pressing them. When it comes to triggers, in RAID 5 I noticed that the Elite 2 has more resistance in each press. It feels firmer along with its adjustable trigger stops. It helps create faster presses, which is a clear advantage for shooter enthusiasts. Unlike this, the G5 is not offering quick triggers, though it does use more modern technology. It's clear that one is better than the other for shooters. However, in those situations, I personally use a keyboard and mouse, so it's not an improvement for me. Plus, at the end of the video, I'll share a solution for the Machinic to level the playing field between both of them. But at the end of the day, the Elite 2 offers more capability with the quick trigger function. When it comes to joysticks, things can get tricky because both have clear advantages. Both feature a replaceable patch or sticks. For the G5, you need to remove a magnetic cover that accesses the sticks, revealing a Hall effect joystick underneath. On the Elite 2, you simply remove the top part thanks to a magnet holding it in place. However, it doesn't feature Hall effect technology and uses traditional potentiometers, which Microsoft at least claims that have been improved for better durability. Additionally, beneath the pad, you'll find a mechanism to adjust the tension with a tool included in the kit, allowing for better customization. Objectively, Hall effect technology is far superior in terms of durability and precision, but the tactile feedback from the Elite's mechanical resistance gives it a firmer feel. To make things more complicated, I really like Microsoft's finish, and the G5 pads feel cheap, with an internal shape that isn't great for grip. Additionally, for the Elite 2, you'll find countless replacement pads, apart from the ones included in its case. For the G5, however, I couldn't find any replacement, not even on the manufacturer's website. So being able to replace them doesn't make much sense if there's no spare parts. Here most people would give the point to the Machinic because on paper it's objectively better, but for me, the Elite Series 2 wins not just for the replacement options, but for the feel it delivers. The slight lack of precision is only a marginal error that most video game inputs round in software anyway. So extra buttons are an important feature when upgrading controllers, and here is where brands can shine or fail. Some brands excel while others don't. I'd say the Machinic falls somewhere in the middle. It has 2 buttons proper sized and well placed. However, they can only be pressed in one specific direction, and you'll need to get used to them. The worst part is that, at least in my unit, the tactile feel is inconsistent. One button sometimes feels mushy and doesn't click. I'd say the switch in mine is either broken or defective. In contrast, the Elite 2 rear paddles are fantastic, 4 paddles naturally positioned for your fingers, with a firm and robust feel thanks to their metal construction. Plus, they can be removed easily if you don't want them there, so placing a brand with poor quality control against what I would say are the best rear buttons on the market makes the result quite obvious here. Finally, I don't want to forget some important points that don't seem quite right. The G5 Pro comes with a 2.4 GHz wireless receiver. It's compatible with Android and even with the Switch, with a button combination to switch to the Nintendo layout. And for just €15 more, you can even get the charging dock option. Meanwhile, the Elite 2, a €180 controller, comes with its premium case, charging dock, and well-crafted details, but to fully take profit from it, you'll need to play wired, as the wireless USB adapter isn't included. It costs €40. At that price, I could buy another Machinic and still have €5 left over for the charging dock. Sure, you can play via Bluetooth, and I haven't had any issues, though it's not the best solution, as most desktop computer lacks that hardware. The Elite's polling rate is 1000 MHz, with cable at least. Using the USB adapter, the delay increases slightly, and over Bluetooth it's even slower. I'd only use Bluetooth for campaign games where response time isn't as critical. So for €30 the G5 is an impressive controller for its price range. I only miss one feature, trigger adjustments for quick presses. In the new version, the G6, they fixed this issue and even added hot swappable Hall effect joysticks with replacement parts available. What impresses me about the G5 is also the FN plus L3 combo that allow you to control the mouse inside Windows, and it's perfect for using a computer as a console in the living room. It's also very precise thanks to the magnetic system. The origin of this comparison lies mainly in the haptic feedback. I enjoy games like Ride 5 and MotoGP, challenging myself to get faster with every lap. To do that, you need good haptic communication with the controller, high-quality vibration motors that convey sensations like the asphalt, traction control or wheel lock apps. Portable handhelds don't manage to do this very well, but here, both controllers do an excellent job and I couldn't tell the difference between them. So the Elite Series 2 is like a luxury sports car, exclusive and sensational, but it's not essential. So the G5 is a reliable car that gets the job done for a fraction of the price and even does some things better. Which controller would you choose?